Hey there YouTube, NinjaNick333, and this is my more updated version of my Water Dark Light Nature. I actually put in a nature section that is more than just the 3 root traps, because, I don't know, I felt like it was way too slow early game, and I did see that other people were putting in nature sections into their builds too, so I went ahead and did it. I like it. What I ended up doing to make it this way is I took out a lot of the anti-control cards, like the stuff for the control mirrors, because I don't really play any of that at my locals. So like if you want to play control but you're going against a lot of aggro stuff, like you don't need Keeper of Laws, you don't need, you know, really any of that kind of... I didn't need a Scaradorable of Gloom Hollow anymore, because I've noticed that really it just kind of, you know, it blocks, but it doesn't like kill anything, so your opponent can just build up their offense and screw you over. So anyway, this is start with water. We got 3 Coriol, because you can pick up a shield and put a new one down, so it's pretty awesome. Then there's 3 logo scans. I was really liking the Search the Depths, but I think the Draw 2 is, I don't know, I guess it's better in some situations. I did miss getting the Shield Blast, but I like the extra +1 you get off a logo scan in the end better. Plus now it's a gold foil, so that's awesome. Crystal Memory, you search your deck for anything, it's awesome. Basically every time I cast it I go for like Andromeda or something. 3 Bottle of Wishes, this is definitely new. I had been thinking about putting this card in for a little while, and honestly it works out, because you can like end up getting a Terror Pit off of it, or Root Trap and stuff. There are times when it whiffs, like you'll get the Bone Blades and your opponent doesn't even have any creatures when you like hard cast it and stuff, but generally if they attack into it, you get a card. Any card you get from your deck will be live. And then the last card is 2 Tritonus. I honestly think 3 would be cloggy, and there are just times when I draw it too early and I need to put it in mana, and I only really need to play 1. I've even won games where I didn't even play the card at all. It's honestly not needed, but it's just, the draw 5 is amazing. But that's it for water. Then we've got Darkness. I've got 1 Dark Return. Basically anytime I get it off of shields, it's dead, because I don't have any creatures banished, because I never play control mirrors. But I like it just because Tornado Flames and other stuff. If my opponent's playing like mono red and they do get off like every single one of their banish cards to get rid of my blockers, I can just get a blocker back. Mesmerize, so I can pick off Heal of Flames from their hands and stuff. Plus, if I notice that they have like 4 or 5 mana, and they're playing like some like Bronze Arm Sabertoothy kind of deck, like they're on like turn 4 or 5 and they just have 1 card in hand when they draw, and then they don't play anything, and then they pass to me, I just mesmerize that Bronze Arm Sabertooth out of their hand, or their Heal of Flame, or their Laser Arm Drakon, or whatever. Then I've got 3 Bone Blades, because they're Bone Blades. I mean, there's not really any explanation needed. 3 Terror Pits, because they're Terror Pits. Again, no explanation needed. I play 2 Skull Shatters. That is kind of an anti-control card, like if I was playing a control mirror. But, I mean, I've got to have something in there just in case I play against it, because Tyler could bring something like that in. And also there are times where, again, they draw all the dead Evos and they just sit in their hand. Then I can Skull Shatter those away, so that then when they draw the Evo bait, they can't evolve. And that's it for Darkness. Then we have Light. As I said, I took out Keeper of Laws. But I've got 3 Keeper of Dawn, because you can recycle your spells and it gives you an extra guy to attack with. 2 Storm Spark Blast as opposed to the 3 before, because your opponent always thinks you're going to have 3 in your deck anyway. And if they don't, they'll probably either thinking that you definitely have 3, or they're hesitant because they think you might have 3. So you only really need 2. Plus, it's just, if you were at 10 mana, you can just crystal memory for it and then play it and stuff like that. Like, you don't really need 3 anymore, I don't think. But, I mean, 3 would be good. I just kind of wanted more room for other stuff. 3 Lira, because it taps down things, and the next turn you can just attack over it. Plus, it's another double breaker, so it's one of the few finishers I have in here. So it's, you know, pretty awesome. I can tap down their pesky blockers and get around them. 2 Andromeda, because, well, I would play 3 if I had 3, but I've never even gotten to a game where I would need a third one. There's times when I have 7 shields because of this guy. I've been down to 1 or 0 shields before and gotten basically back up to full with it. It's just such an amazing card, and I would play 3. But again, I don't have 3. But anyway, that's it for light. Then we've got the actual nature section, not just 3 root traps now. We've got 3 Reap and Sow, because, I mean, it's another kind of, not only is it mana ramp, but it's like another copy of Logo Scan almost. You basically draw 2, but then are forced to play one of them as mana, but I don't care because I like the mana ramp. A lot of the times I get the same 2 cards off the top of my deck, which is weird, but then I've got 2 Mana Storm because, well, Mana Storm. You can always do that turn 4 Crystal Memory, turn 5 Mana Storm, turn 6 Skull Shatter if you wanted to. It helps you get to the Andromeda and Tritonus plays a lot faster, which is definitely what this deck needs, since those are such heavy cost cards. And then finally the 3 Root Trap. So, I mean, now we have a little bit more nature in here, but it's definitely like one of the smallest sections. And Root Trap doesn't need any explanation. Just 1 Water Darkness card in Grip of Despair. I was playing 2 before, I think, but there wasn't enough times when drawing the second one was absolutely needed, so I just put it down to 1. It's really annoying. It really annoys your opponent when you bounce their card back to their hand and then make them discard that because it's the only card in their hand. For Water Light, we've got 3 Aqua Strider, because it's a blocker that's a 2-drop that's 4,000, and you play those colors, so why not play it? 3 Piercing Judgments, because you bounce a guy, then tap a guy. So it can basically be a miniature Storm Spark Blast at that point. It's just such a great card. I play it so much. And then, last but not least, a little bit more for nature, 3 Full Metal Lemon. And this is probably the primary reason why I decided to put in more nature cards, because I wanted to replace Squeaky with this. Because then it gives you the 3,500 power. A lot of the attackers like Drakon, Weaponsmith, and stuff will be 3,000 when they attack, so this can stop them. Plus, if this dies, it does go to mana, so then you're another turn ahead for Andromeda or Tritonus. But anyways, guys, that's the whole deck. It's 54 cards, I believe, all nicely foiled out from the what was it called? The Triple Strike deck with its pretty foilness. But I don't know. Tell me what you guys think, and I'll see you guys later.